Hello and welcome, this is Roy at NinjaZola90, and yeah, I know it's been a while since I uploaded a video, but I have my own personal reasons for that. But other than that, today I will be reviewing the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Mega Rangers, and I have them all in these little baggies here, and I will be taking them out and reviewing them one by one throughout this video. So without further ado, let's get started. And now starting things off with who I believe is Kira here, which is the blue Omega Ranger, and I believe she is supposed to be like an alien girl. As far as what I hear, I haven't really read the Boom comics that these are featured in, but I think I'm correct. But anyway, yeah, let's go over her detail and articulation, shall we? I got our weapons and everything in this bag here, but anyway, going over detail first. As you can see, she's more of a lighter blue color, and we have this like sort of like lighter black color right underneath her blue there, looking really nice. And we can also see they are sporting some really awesome looking gold trim, which is also really cool. And I really like the Omega Ranger helmets. Looks really awesome. And I like how they have these shoulder pads right there as well, so it really makes them look cool. And they also have these armbands going on here that's sculpted on, so looks really nice. I also like their gold belts. The Omega Rangers look really cool. But anyway, articulation wise, these are the newer neck joints, so yeah, you can swap out the heads without worrying about snapping off the neck joints, so that is a definite plus. So thank you, Hasbro, for that. But anyway, the head can look up about that much, down somewhat. We can look left, we can look right, we can look left, we can cranium revolve this all the way around at full 360 and the opposite way. The top torso is also on a ball joint, so we can rock it forward and back, lean it side to side like so, and rotate all the way around like so. And the opposite way, we also have a really good ab crunch there, so we can move her fall back and forth like so. And moving right along to arm articulation, the shoulders are on butterfly joints, so we can move them back about that much and then forwards about that much. Where they are a bit hindered by the shoulder pads, so just keep that in mind. We can also bring the shoulders up into a T-pose, because we do have those really nice hinge joints there, and move them back down. And we also have, let me see, yeah, we also have a really good bicep swivel on the Lady Rangers here, because these are this is using the new remastered articulation style. But anyway, elbows, we do have a double hinged elbow on both arms, so that is also good, and we can move them forward again. Hands, we can swivel those hands all the way around at full 360, and we can rock them forward and back on a hinge. Same is true with the other arm, so move that, swivel that wrist all the way around full 360, rock it forward and back. As far as leg articulation, The hips are on the newer drop-down style, barbell style ball joints, so we can pull them down and up like so, like you are witnessing. We can kick forward about that much, back down about that much. Same is true with the other leg. Back down about that much. We can do the splits all the way out like so, and then back. The the thighs are on a swivel, so I can swivel those thighs all the way around a full 360 if we choose to. We have a double joint at the knee, so we can bend those knees all the way back like so, and then forward again. And we also have a swivel at the top of the boot, so we can swivel those boots all the way around a full 360 like so. And we can also point her toes forward like that, and then back again. And we can also swivel those feet all the way around a full 360 if we point them forward, and then, yeah, back again. And as far as her accessories go, let me get them out of the bag, because I'm going to be going over all the Omega Rangers. I was going to do them all in a separate video, but I might do that anyway if this turns out too long. But anyway, she comes with this trident looking weapon, and she also has a pair of closed fist hands that you can swap out, but I'll just leave it with the gripping hands. And we also have this cool lightning effect part that goes on top of her trident spear, or whatever you want to call this. So you basically just slip it in her hand like so, or, well, both hands in this case, I guess. If I can get it in both hands. Okay. Alright, there we go. So, up, it popped out of one of them. Oh, come on now. There we go. So, put that in, and, what we want to do is grab this, I guess, and put that on there the best way I can right now. And yeah, looking really nice. Pretty cool. Highly recommend it. And yeah, that's Kira. And now I'm moving on to the next one. So let's move right along to Trini, starting things off with the ladies, because you know they say ladies first. So let's get to Trini. And now here we have Trini as the yellow Omega Ranger. As you can see, she is obviously yellow because she's the Yellow Ranger. She's the first Yellow Mighty Morphin Ranger, and yeah, she's also the yellow Omega Ranger. As you can see, she's sporting the same gold trim as all the other Omega Rangers. And yeah, we can also see that black, sort of like light black underlining in her outfit as well, looking really nice. Also really nice reflective visor, really good attention to detail there, so I really gotta give it to Hasbro for that. But anyway, going over articulation, and it's pretty much the same song and dance as Kira, the blue Omega Ranger, but I'm going to go over it anyway, just to demonstrate yet again with another figure, but I'm just going to do it with all of them anyway. So yeah, let me turn my screen off real quick, because anyway, yeah, getting back to it, our head can look up about that much, down about that much, we can look right, we can look left, and we could do a full 360 cranium revolvus like so. Arms are on a butterfly, shoulders are on a butterfly joint, so you can move them back, forward, and back like so. Like I said, hindered by the shoulder pads, so just like I said, just be aware of that. We can also bring the arms up into a T-pose and then bring them back down We also have the bicep swivels on the Lady Rangers, like I said, because these are the new remastered builds, and also torso articulation as well, so we can pivot that torso all the way around a full 360. We can rock it side to side, and we also have an ab crunch, so we can move her back and forth like so. We also have a double joint in the elbows as well, so we can bend those elbows all the way back like so, and then forward again like so. We also have a swivel in the wrist, so we can swivel those wrists all the way around a full 360 and rock them forward and back on a hinge. Same is true with the other hand, so all the way around, forward and back. We also have her legs on a drop down barbell style ball joint, so we can do the splits all the way out like so, and then back up again. We can kick forward about that much and then back down. Same is true with the other leg, and then back down. Hip swivel again, or thigh swivel. So we do have that. These are on a double joint hinge, so we can bend them all the way back like so, and then forward again. We also have a full 360 swivel in the boot, yet again. And yeah, we also have a hinge in the ankles, so we can point those feet forward like so, and then back up, and then forward again, and then swivel them all the way around. So yeah, I think we know the drill by now. But anyway, that pretty much concludes it for articulation with Trini here. So let's move right along to her accessories. So as far as accessories, I do apologize. I do apologize for accidentally bumping my camera here. But anyway, as far as accessories, we do get 2 interchangeable closed fist hands, but I'm just going to leave her with her gripping hand, so I'm probably hardly ever going to swap these out to the closed fist hands. So anyway, I'm just going to put these back in the bag just for safekeeping. Yeah, let's go over her hammer weapon here, and this is a pretty cool looking hammer. Yeah. And we do have like this kind of like power impact effect part. It just goes in like that, I believe, but or actually like that, it goes like on top, so she can throw it, I guess. But anyway, she went from saber-tooth tiger power daggers to this, which is a completely different weapon from what she had before. But anyway, yeah, just holding that big heavy power hammer or war hammer, whatever you want to call it, with 2 hands, because it's going to be heavy. Looking really nice. And we can also see is a very shiny metallic silver color, and we also have some yellow trim going on at the edges of the hammer, so that's really nice. And of course we can see the bottom of the pommel also kind of has like this like yellow like rounded pommel. So yeah, just basically letting you know this belongs to the Yellow Ranger, and we see he has a really long gold handle which matches their gold trim, which is really cool. But anyway, this effect part goes on top of it, I guess. Hopefully it stands, because oh yeah, that's making it a very top heavy, so yeah, it might be a good idea to. But anyway, yeah, that is Trini. But I guess we can do maybe, if it, depending. I guess that's the best I can do with the effect part. But anyway, looks really cool. Now let's move right along to the Zachman. So we are going over the Black Ranger. That concludes it for Trini. So let's move it right along to the Zach. And now moving right along to the Zachman here, the Zach Attack, the Zach Taylor, which would be his full name. As we all know, he is obviously the Black Ranger, played by the late great Walter Emmanuel Jones here. Technically, as you can see, his color scheme is mainly black. He is sporting gold trim, just like the other Omega Rangers, and looking really nice. That gold trim suits him really, really well. And of course, we have the Zhu Ranger diamond in the middle of the chest. Forgot to mention that with the other two, yeah, that's obvious. But anyway, and we all kind of have like different designs in the middle of the triangle at the top of the head as well. So that looks really nice, and also really nice detail on the really shiny visor there. Looking really good. But anyway, as far as articulation goes, pretty much all the same song and dance as the rest, because these are based on the remastered builds. Yeah, but it's a shame that we lost the Hasbro Lightning Collection, and yeah, it's getting replaced by Playmates now, and yeah, Playmates toys, so they look okay, but they don't look the best, to be honest. But anyway, as far as head articulation, we can look up somewhat, we can look down about that much, we can look right, we can look left, and we can do a full 360 cranium revolves like Alex Russo. Just put a spell on him, a reference to the late great Selena Gomez. But anyway, arms are also on a butterfly joint hinge. Well, the shoulders anyway. But like I said, very hindered by the shoulder pads. So we'll move right along to the shoulder hinge there, so we can move them right along out into a T-pose, and then back down. We can also swivel those biceps all the way around a full 360, because these are the guys, these are the dudes. The male Rangers always did have bicep swivels, but anyway, we do have a double joint hinge at the elbow here on both arms, so we can bend them all the way back like so, and then forward again. We also have a swivel in the wrist, so we can swivel those wrists all the way around a full 360, and making sure I pinpoint it right. We do have a hinge in the wrist, so we can rock those wrists forward and back like so. Same is true with the other arm, and rock those wrists forward and back. So yeah, and also we have a ball joint in the top torso there, so we can rotate the top torso all the way around a full 360 in the opposite way. And we also have a really nice ab crunch here, so we can move him back and forth, and we can also rock side to side and lean side to side like so. And of course, his hips are on the drop down barbell style ball joint, so we can split all the way out like so, and then back again. Oh boy, I don't want to break anything. And we can kick forward about that much, back down about that much. Same is true with the other leg, and back down about that much. We also have a swivel in the top of the thighs, so swivel those thighs all the way around a full 360. And also, we do have a double joint in the knee, so that's obvious. Like I said, same song and dance with all of them practically. And then back forward again. Also, the pricing on these figures are not that bad when you break it down. So I think going with the either Omega Rangers or Alien Rangers, if not both, is actually one of the best Lightning Collection deals you can go with, especially if you're looking for a complete team. But anyway, we also have swivel at the top of the boot, and same is true with the other leg, and of course We do have the hinge in the ankle joint, and then back up again. Point them forward, and yeah, swivel them all the way around like so. Like I said, same exact drill as the other three, same exact drill as the ladies. But anyway, now let me try to get him. Oh boy, he's all out of place here. Okay, now it's best I could get him for now. Alright. Now let's go over his accessories here. So let's get him out of the baggie here. And of course the accessories. Comes with 2 closed fist hands, which I'm probably never going to swap out. And of course he has these like chained sickle blade weapons, going from power axe to this. Kind of like the old Japanese sickle blade weapons, like ninja and the samurai used to use. This also reminds me of Kohaku's weapon from Inuyasha, if you remember him. Sango's little brother that got killed and like brought back to life by Naraku and turned against her, technically. But anyway, yeah, these definitely remind me of Kohaku's weapons from Inuyasha. But anyway, they just basically, if I can get them in his hands, we can take a look at them. And they just, oh, they pop off. I wasn't paying attention to that. They, I hope I didn't break anything. No, okay, that is, good. So I guess, I'll just pop them off then, and, oh, well, that makes things easier. So, I guess let's, oh boy, this, foot hinge is crooked here. Okay. Trying to get him to stand up. Alright, and let's do the same thing with the other sickle blade then. So let's pop that off. Alrighty. And now let's put the sickle blade back on. I mean, not sickle blade, the chains back on, my bad. Now that we have the sickle blades in his hands. Okay, now we got the chain back on. Wow, that is a really cool, unique looking weapon he has there. Going from a power axe to that. Look at that. And of course, we have these cool slashing effect parts that go on top of them, like so. So let's put that there. So yeah, that is Mega Ranger Zack here, looking really cool. Really like him. I like him a lot, and I really can't wait to give these figures a final score, because I already know my thoughts are going to be very highly positive. Anyway, now that we have enough with Zack here, moving right along to Jason Lee Scott, the late great ASJ, Austin St. John. So let's move right along to the Red Ranger and leader of the pack here. And now, finally, last but not least, the Red Omega Ranger, Jason Lee Scott, played by the late great Austin St. John. As we can see, he is sporting, of course, red, because he's the Red Omega Ranger. What other color would he be? But anyway, we can just see the signature gold trim as well. And we also see that black underlining as well, looking really nice. Also, like I said, really nice visor, and I like the metallic silver on the visor as well. And actually, trying to think of it now that I'm looking at it, it didn't. I think the Red Ranger's the only one that's sporting metallic silver around the visor, I guess, maybe because he's the leader. I don't know. But anyway, also really nice detail on the mouth guards as well. Something I also forgot to mention with the other figures. But anyway, going over articulation here. I'm starting with the head. The head can look up, we can look down, we can look right, we can look left, and of course we can do full-on 360 cranium revolvus. And like I mentioned, these are the newer, more updated ball joints. So these don't have the hinges, because yeah, there was a design flaw with the hinges, and I know I explained that already. I had a couple of bad experiences with that, but anyway, moving right along to torso articulation. The top torso is on a ball joint, so you can rock side to side like so, and we can also kind of like move him like that, so like all the way around, and we can rotate all the way around as well. And of course we do have a really nice ab crunch, so we can move him back and forth like so. The shoulders are on butterfly style joints, but we can't really move them forward and back too much because yeah, they are hindered by the shoulder pads. Yeah, we don't want to pull the shoulder pads out of place because we may not be able to get them back in. So we really don't want to mess up these figures, especially knowing they're they're no longer in production. So yeah, we may not be able to replace the exact ones we need, so we don't want to mess that up too much. I would just leave it be. But anyway, we can put the shoulders all the way out like so in a T-pose. Same exact drill as all the rest. We pretty much know the all the articulation points by now, like I said, so barely gotta really go over them. But anyway, I'm just gonna show you. We do have a swole in the biceps. We do have a double joint hinge in the elbows. Yada yada. I know. I don't have to do it 50 million times, but I'm just show again, and swivel at the wrist and rock the wrist forward and back on a hinge. Same is true with the other hand, because I already demonstrated this like 3 times with the other 2, but I'm going over the last figure. But anyway, we do have drop down style barbell style ball joints in the hips, so we can split out all the way like so. And alright, making sure I put those back in. We can also kick all the way up like so. I do apologize for hitting my camera again. But anyway, we can kick forward about that much, back down about that much. Same is true with the other leg. And then back down. Swivel at the top of the thighs. I think we all know the drill by now. Yeah. I don't need to keep going over it. So, yeah. Same here. We all know the drill with these. So, yeah, don't need to keep going over it. Same here. Swivel. Back. Same. Forward and back. Swivel. And then back. And yeah, I got his feet all crooked now. Anyway, hopefully I can get him standing back up properly, because I need to go over his accessories. Okay. Alright. As far as accessories, we have a pair of closed fist hands again, which I'm probably never going to use. Or if I do swap them out, it's hardly going to be ever. And of course we do have this I would say sort of like katana style power sword this time. It looks cool though. So, Jason's style of weapon is really not changing up too much from his power sword. So, yeah. So it could basically, weapon style is going to be exactly the same as, I guess, his Mighty Morphin form, I would say. So you basically just put this effect part over the Omega Power Sword, I guess. like so, and it looks really cool, looking awesome. I like it. I like it a lot, like I said, with all the rest, and I think this is a really good value for the price. I think I paid maybe like 80 or like maybe 90 for the set. I'm gonna have to look it up again, but I know the pricing isn't too bad. But anyway, that pretty much concludes it for Jason, the Red Omega Ranger, and now I will be, now I will be getting into my final verdict and giving you guys my final thoughts and opinions on the Hasbro Power Rangers Lightning Collection Omega Rangers, so let's get to it. And now for my final verdict on the Hasbro Power Rangers Lightning Collection Omega Rangers figures here. If I have to give this set a final score based on detail, articulation, and playability, I have to give it a solid 5 out of 5 stars, the highest score that I can give a figure, or in this case a figure set. Basically for a number of reasons. Number one, I think these figures have really good detail and articulation for what they are, so I definitely gotta give it to Hasbro for that. Number two, I think these are a really good value for the price, especially when you break it down in comparison to how much you're going to pay for various Lightning Collection figures on the aftermarket. This is a really good deal, especially to get a complete team, so definitely not a bad deal for the price. And overall, they come with good, decent amount of accessories. Like I said, articulation is top notch. And as far as playability, they have really good playability. You can pose these figures, you can articulate these figures, you can do stop motion, figure photography. You can do whatever it is to your liking, and these figures hold together really well. They don't pop apart if you look at them too hard like some other figures I've reviewed on this channel. Yeah, I'm talking about you, SH Figure Arts and SH Monster Arts, which, yeah, you people charge way too much for what we actually get out of it for the price. I'm not talking about the Lightning Collection here, I'm talking about SH figures. But anyway, that pretty much concludes it for this review, and as always, thank you guys for watching. Love you all, stay safe, take care, God bless, and peace out.